Watch enthusiasts, it's time to look for some more Tier 3 luxury that I've overlooked. And what I wanted to show you was the Benares Moray Dart with 44mm bezel. Very unique markings. This would typically go for about $700. The Orient Saturation Diver sometimes can be found for sale for about $1,000, sometimes $1,300. Can't stand the stock bracelet, so I did put the Super Engineer from Strapcoat on it. And then probably the watch that really took me out of my fashion watch phase, the Toolish Seiko Tuna, which I also took the rubber strap off, put on the Super Engineer, and I'm going to use my box as a tripod to show you these a little more clearly. Now the Moray is not that refined. It's not I would call it more of a tool diver. The Miyota 9015 movement's very nice, winding and closing the crown, tightening the crown is very easy. The loom is Super Luminova, professional grade. I do like those markings quite a bit. They have somewhat of a vintage look about them. And currently, Benares, and I do like their products quite a bit. I think his name is Steve Laughlin, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He comes up with good product quite a bit. Who knows, I might even buy a Megalodon next year if it meets my specs. You know, they look a little bit different year to year. I sold a couple of mine this year. Who knows, I liked them a lot. I don't know if I love them. This Moray just seems kind of timeless. I actually thought of selling it, and didn't sell at the price I wanted, and I decided to keep it. You know, watch collectors, they tend to like want to sell stuff because they're not getting enough wrist time, and then they regret it later. And I thought I was the only one with this pathology, but it turns out that I've read on Watch You Seek forums that it's rather common for people to buy, sell, and rebuy. So let's look at the Orient Saturation Diver. Pretty well known in the industry as a good entry-level luxury watch. Also has professional loom. I think what ruins it is the I don't even have the bracelet to show you. I really hate the bracelet that comes on the new ones. This is the newest incarnation, and I think this one's been available since 2013. It's hasn't been replaced yet with anything, and I do really like the meter, the power meter that lets you know how much power is in it. The bezel's very smooth, and because it has sort of a giant Rolex deep dweller look about it, I like the fact that I could kind of distinguish it from that by putting the Toolish Super Engineer on it. And now we go into what's considered one of the most iconic watches, the Seiko Tuna. It amazes me that this is as iconic as it is. Seiko is so famous, they can just get away with not putting sapphire on this watch. So it does have the Hardlex crystal, and it does have a quartz movement. The quartz is supposed to be very reliable, and it's supposed to be a 5-year battery. We'll see about that. Because I don't do well with rubber straps, they just heat up too much. I'm far more comfortable with the Super Engineer on it. I don't care about the added weight. Of course, the loom is good. You know, one of the things that bugs me, I do not wear this as much as I should. It only gets worn about once every 2 weeks. And of course, I feel that way about a lot of watches. I currently have 10 in my collection, and I just have this constant nagging feeling that none of my watches get enough wrist time. I constantly try to rotate them. And the only one that I wear every day is what I call my default watch, my Seiko 3rd Generation Black Monster SRP 307. I should probably do a video of that. And as you can see on my wrist is the Grand Touring, Citizen Grand Touring with the sapphire crystal in blue and the giant oversized crown guard. And I will wrap that up and maybe have a stage or a Tier 4 luxury next time. I'm out.